Ambassador, how Israel see the future for the Gaza Strip? Is still the idea to have two-state solutions on the table?
I think the talks about two-state solutions were kind of frozen after 7th of October, it's not off the table. But this is not an issue that people are talking about now. It's not the time of hope that we had after the Oslo agreements and all these years. People say that perhaps they have to not think again about two-state solution, but about the pace. And for now, the near future steps should be how to make sure that Gaza is not controlled by terror, and that people can live there and recover there in a way that will be maybe with assistance of international control, like the headquarters that the Americans set there, and we will see. I mean, these processes are still in the stages of planning and building. I know that Albania is a part of this. Albania is sending also forces to help with the recovery. Also Kosovo. And I'm very happy that Albania and Kosovo are part of this plan. I think that it's not enough that the international community is doing it. There must be cooperation from the countries in the region and also from the Palestinians themselves. I understand that they are in inferior situation because they are being still controlled by Hamas. I think the only solution to implement any recovery plan for Gaza is to reduce the power of Hamas there, because their goal is not the future of the Palestinian people. Their goal is the no future for Israel. And you cannot build a dream or a vision based on elimination of someone. You have to have your own dream. And this dream should include a future of economy, future of education, I think that the international community's plan is good, led by the Americans. I hope they will be able to implement it. I think it's all depend on reducing the power of the terrorist forces there. I think by weakening the main sponsor, which is Iran, it helps, but it's not enough. It has to be a goal to make sure that Hamas does not control Gaza. And
how is the situation in the field with the supplies, food, and so on? Because I see news on the international media that they are saying that there are still problems, especially for the civilians.
Look, the food supply to Gaza never stopped. There was a lot of fake news in the international media about not allowing food inside. There's a lot of supplies of food and medicine and babies' food into Gaza. The main challenge is who controls it once it crosses the border. There were tons of food supply that were destroyed because they were not be able to distribute them to the people. And you could see that, again, Hamas wants to control all the supplies that goes in, first to make sure that their own people are getting these supplies, and also to make benefit of this. Last week I saw footage of a young Palestinian guy that was bitten by Hamas people because he was trying to take food from the storage of this supply that is coming into Gaza. I know that the Americans try to find other ways to distribute these supplies. I don't think there is a shortage of food and medicine supplies in Gaza. The main challenge is the distribution there. And as long as Hamas is controlling also the distribution, You see from one side, you see footage of people that need food. On the other hand, you see footage of people celebrating in Gaza with a lot of food and music and parties. We know who they are connected to, that they get all these supplies. But definitely, and by the way, the food that is coming from Israel through the crossings, the trucks that are going, we publish it, the number of trucks that are crossing every day, and there are cameras there. So people can connect to the website and see with their own eyes the traffic that is going into Gaza. The problem is after, like I said, after they cross the crossing, how the distribution there is.
And Ambassador, I want your comment about the flotilla event that happened in the past weeks. Also, it was a guy from Albania that was part of this group of vessels. What is your comment, and also how do you see the reactions that they were made by the heads of the European Union Commission and so on?
Look, these flotillas, it's a kind of a circus. I mean, obviously, we saw also in the previous ones and also in this one, they don't really bring humanitarian aid. They want to create a provocation. You also see the profile of the people that participate. Usually, it's either young people that are, jobless people, or
activists, some of them,
or some celebrities from the very, very, let's say, forgotten leagues that nobody pays attention, so they're trying to gain some publicity. Also, there are these professional activists that are getting money to create these problems, and some of them are affiliated to terror organizations, and we have proof for that, especially to Hamas. They are also supported financially by organizations that are affiliated with Hamas, and some countries that want to create provocations against Israel. And I think they don't even hide it anymore, that they come to create provocation. Definitely, it's not humanitarian aid that they are carrying. You don't find on the boats humanitarian aid. I don't know if you saw this footage of this guy.
Yeah, I saw some of them.
Taking chocolate and throwing to the water, and he says maybe it will float to the children in Gaza. I mean, it's a joke. There are all these stories that are coming out of these flotillas, of these parties, and the main cargo that they carry is sometimes some light drugs and condoms. So you understand that it's like a big party for these people. It's a theater. If you want to create really humanitarian aid, there are the ways to deliver humanitarian aid to Gaza. I think it's unfortunately there are some. So I think the people that are sending them, they know exactly why they're sending them, and then you have the useful idiots that are, joining the party without even knowing who is leading them. They found a way to smear Israel and to harass our authorities with this. Also, the provocation when they come back. Now, you saw how they were treated when they came back, because in Spain, in Australia, in other places, these are professional provocators. Nobody likes professional provocators. They don't bring anything positive to the table. I think it's time to end with this. I think the governments that are not the government that support them, they are the ones that want to create the provocation. But the government that don't support them should put an end to this and to say, if you join this flotilla, the authorities will take care of you, because I think it's something that it doesn't help Palestinians. Now, if you want to do humanitarian flotilla, first of all, show us that you really carry humanitarian aid. Second, There are so many cases in the world that you could help people, really, when they are being really massacred, harassed, human rights breaches. There are so many examples in Africa, in Iran. Why don't you help them?
All over the world.
Yeah.